Welcome back to a part 2 of 4 types of women revealed and how to deal with them. Now in the first part we talked about low self-esteem girls and low self-esteem girls with low sex drive, okay? The worst combination of course is number 2. That's the worst combination of girl that you could ever meet. But check out the other video on my profile and have a watch of that because you need to understand how to deal with all of these types of girls. Now we're going to go on to the first one, which is high self-esteem girls, which are girls that generally you're going to want to be around, okay? Especially for a relationship, okay? Now, low self-esteem girls crave drama. It's in their blood, you know? It's in their dreams at night. But on the other hand, for a high self-esteem girl, it's not so important. Again, you know, drama includes emotions, and every woman needs to feel emotions up and down. But, you know, to the extent that low self-esteem girl needs drama, high self-esteem girls does not. And if it is, it's just minor. It's small little things, okay? So yeah, this is why these are the kind of girls which are great for relationships. You know, once she settles, you know? Now, of course, there can be some minor manipulation, but actually it's usually to benefit both the parties in the relationship, okay? So she's kind of doing it, but in fact, actually it's for the better of the relationship, which is, again, what you want, you know? A low self-esteem girl will be destructive, whereas actually a high self-esteem girl is going to be more, let's say, constructive for the relationship. If we look at the friends and the family of these high self-esteem girls as well, you know, they are close, okay? They have genuine care for them. She makes sure that she's there for them whenever they need it, and she has a good relationship with pretty much all of them, you know, especially the male figures, the father, the brother, the uncle, the grandparent, the granddads, whatever. Okay, she has a great relationship with the male figures in her life, so that is important to note down. And hopefully as well, she'll be close to you know, her sister or her brother. You know, she respects her family, she keeps them close by, and as much as she cares for them, she will also then care for you, you know, because what she will do is she will have certain motherly traits. For example, if you're ill, you have a headache, you're hungry, you know, her first response will be that you are taken care of in whatever way, okay? The phrase treat others as you wish to be treated comes to mind with that. So with these kind of girls, you know, you're going to get a lot of good stuff like that, which means that you've got to treat her very well as well, you know. It's one of the fair things, you know. You're going to provide certain things, of course, and the last thing you want to do is provide these certain things to a girl that doesn't deserve it. But generally, these high self-esteem girls do deserve it, and they will do things to you without even questioning it, you know. You'll be surprised that one day she'll just, you know, you'll get back home, or you know, whatever, it will be your birthday and you've only been going out with her for a week, but she'll do something for you. She'll make you a little cake, she'll do something. So yeah, these are the kind of girls that you want to keep around long term, okay? Now, we're going on to something called shit tests. I'm sure you guys have heard of it before. Basically, a shit test is what we say as a confidence test. They test your confidence. They need to, every single girl does this. They need to test that they're actually with the top guy that they can actually get. So expect that from all of them. But these shit tests aren't going to be the manipulation, dangerous ones that a low self-esteem girl might put you through, that I mentioned actually in the other video as well. So remember, with a shit test and how to pass them, to make sure that you are continuing to portray the confident image that you have, you need to use sarcasm, you need to use exaggeration, or you need to use misinterpretation. So these are 3 ways that you can pass any shit test from any girl, and that's all you need to do. You don't need to try too hard. Just make sure you do one of those 3 things and just sit back and relax, okay? That's something to know as well, you know. Just because you're with a high self-esteem girl doesn't mean she's going to forget all her girl, woman DNA. She's going to be doing that, but they're going to be fairly, not easy, but they're not going to be wild shit tests anyway. Now, in terms of compliments as well, because of course if you're with a girl, you want to compliment her genuinely, they can take it. You know, high self-esteem girls can take compliments very well. They don't try to overcompensate or deflect the conversation. Usually they just accept them, say thank you, and just continue as normal as well. Now, just a side note, guys, try to give genuine, relatable compliments, okay, specific for her, Okay, they're the best kind. On the other hand, a low self-esteem girl, as I mentioned, they can't really take compliments and they get freaked out and they try to overcompensate by saying shit like, yes, of course, I'm hot, obviously, all that. So yeah, so a high self-esteem girl can take the compliments and yeah, it's all good there. Now, let's move on to what the golden type of girl is that you want. Okay, these are the dime a dozen. These are the rare ones. High self-esteem, high sex drive. Okay, so if you ever come across this kind of girl, you need to, well, I say you need to, you should appreciate it for what it is. Because they are not going to be around much. It's going to be difficult to find one of them. So for that one, you definitely have to treat her as she deserves, because she's going to deserve to be treated extremely well, and you have to do it. Okay? And to be honest, if you're with that kind of girl and you appreciate it, you're automatically going to treat them very, very well. So make sure that you have that. So it's all high self-esteem and high sex drive are the best kind of girls that you could probably ever find. Now, you're probably wondering, well, okay, thank you, Stephen, for giving that explanation, but do these actually exist? Yes, of course, definitely. And also to some degree as well, you know, especially if they're, let's say, under 22, you can kind of build them up in that way as well. However, you know, it's unlikely you're going to find her hanging around at a club or a bar, although that's not to say that you can't. But it's unlikely. So the best thing to do is you need to play the field, which means you need to go out, meet lots of women in lots of different environments, explore, try different flavors. The more women you meet, the more you will understand how to distinguish between the good and the bad, the low self-esteem and the high self-esteem, and you'll know how to deal with them the correct way so that you don't get fucked up in the head. All right. And remember, it is difficult to judge girls' face value, so it is going to take a little bit of time and investment from your side to actually know. But to be honest, if it's a very low self-esteem girl, you're going to notice that shit straight away. Okay? So don't waste your time. Unless you just want some fun, as long as you can manage it with her, keep her at a distance, then you can do that. But yeah, you know, you're going to start noticing certain traits after a while, and if there are any red flags. So just make sure that you are self-aware enough and respond appropriately. And that's it. So thank you for listening to this video. I hope it was useful for you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And put in the comments videos that you want to see or questions that you have about dating. You know, maybe you're seeing a girl at the moment and you're not really sure how to manage it. Maybe you're in a relationship and you're not sure how to manage it. Anything to do with that kind of thing, let me know. Put it in the comments and I will see you in the next video.